Welcome to the Grotesque Brain, where we explore trivia over many topics of the horror genre, such as movies, games, urban legends, and other media that hold at least one creation of horror. You're welcome to leave your suggestions down below for what we can talk about next. While in development of the first Silent Hill game, Konami originally wanted a movie-like theatrical feel. As time went by, Konami began to losing faith in the project. The team working on the game decided to toss the theatrical feel and then decided to focus more on the emotion of the player. The town itself, Silent Hill, was inspired by multiple pieces of Western literature, film, and basic urban areas. This could be why streets within the first Silent Hill were named after many famous science fiction and horror authors, including Stephen King, Robert Bloch, Ray Bradbury, Michael Crichton, James Ellroy, Jack Finney, Dean R. Koontz, Ira Levin, Richard Matheson, Carl Sagan, John Sanford, Dan Simons, and F. Paul Wilson. The names on the school faculty list, Kay Gordon, T. Moore, and El Renado, are members of the alternative rock band Sonic Youth, Kim Gordon, Thurston Moore, and Lee Renado. One of the most famous monsters in the Silent Hill series, Pyramid Head, sometimes referred to as Red Pyramid Thing, was created by Masahiro Ito. Masahiro became well known in the series for many of his creations. His monster was inspired by a piece of artwork created by him of a mechanical being with a geometrical head, in which he made back in 1995 at the Toma Art University. While developing Silent Hill 2, Masahiro wanted a monster whose face was always covered up and would remain in mystery. This was to make Pyramid Head less human and more disturbing to the players. The first idea was simply a man in a mask, but this felt too generic. Later in development, he gave the monster a triangle head with sharp, acute edges to reflect on the possibility of pain. There are many theories surrounding Pyramid Head. One such theory is that only the character James could see Pyramid Head, which could explain his placement in later games after Silent Hill 2. However, this is yet to be proven. Another theory is that Silent Hill Homecomings, the Pyramid Head, Vatiel, the Boogeyman, the Butcher, and Silent Hill Downpour's Boogeyman are all the same entity. Many people have no idea if the pyramid is actually his head and not a mask. There are many sub-theories about this. One is that his face takes the form of who he is manifested by, a similar face to Vatiel, or a completely blank face. The gecko statue shows a fleshy and tumorous substance, implying that the head is fused with the triangle, or simply is the triangle. One last thing about Pyramid Head, before we move on, is that there was an exploit in some versions of Silent Hill 2 on how to kill them with ease. All you have to do is get the great knife and sit in a corner. In Silent Hill 3, there is a reference to the movie Section 9, and its movie poster. Going inside the evil version of the office building, the player will encounter a sheet of glass. Behind it was a wheelchair and a beam of light, just like the movie poster. Silent Hill 3 features many references to Silent Hill 2. When playing the game with a Silent Hill 2 file on the memory card or hard disk, these references will appear. In the mall, you are given the option to retrieve something from a dirty toilet. When doing so, Heather will crouch and hesitantly move her hand towards the toilet, accompanied by suspenseful music. At the last moment, she comes to her senses and turns to the camera and says, "Gross. Who would do something like that?" In Silent Hill 2, the player had to retrieve a wallet from a clogged toilet. When examining your mailbox in the apartment building, Heather comments that there is no mail, and jokingly how there is not even mail from a dead wife. Silent Hill 2 starts with the player receiving mail from his wife who has been dead for 3 years. When examining the fence on the roof of Brookhaven Hospital, Heather says it doesn't look like it's about to break. James from Silent Hill 2 was thrown through the fence and off the roof in earlier games. I'm sure most of you who watch Let's Players know of PT, a first-person horror game that seemingly came out of nowhere. There was no announcement for it beforehand, and for a short time, no one knew why it came. Everyone was confused but also intrigued by the puzzles and mystery. It was eventually announced as a new Silent Hill game, simply called Silent Hills. However, over 1 year in development, the game was cancelled. But while an entire Silent Hill game was cancelled, another project was cut in favor of Silent Hill. The game, Silent Hill 4, The Room, was originally going to be a spin-off called Room 302. Many people made the mistake of thinking that Room 302 was going to be its own franchise, but this turned out to be false. Thanks for watching. If you learned something, make sure to like and favorite the video. If you want to learn more, you can subscribe for more Grotesque Brain. In the comments down below, vote for what we should talk about next, Cthulhu or the Slender Man.